Hey, good afternoon guys, it's Jim from JAGfx.com. It is Tuesday 24th of July 2018 and this video today is my longer extended version when I do what I call the weekly analysis. Basically I go over every pair on the daily charts on both the Mod MACD method and the high probability method. So it takes about 30 minutes this video and we go through every pair on the daily charts. We'll have a look at the news first. As I said early in the week, very quiet week. This is my Forex Factory economic calendar. I've just got the high impact news events because on the daily charts that's all I'm really interested in. You can see Monday, Tuesday, nothing. Wednesdays, tomorrow, very little news. Summer in the Northern Hemisphere, a lot of the bankers, institutions taking holidays, everything sort of quietens down a bit. If you were a day trader or a smaller time frame, just go into the filter and you can just change, you can have the medium impact, the orange ones also, you can add that to the list if you wish and you'll come up with orange, which are lower impact type news events. And you can see today that I think the euro and that went on a bit of a move. It would have been on this 3 p.m. news my time in Vietnam here. Not so much worries the daily charts too much, but certainly the smaller time frames. Alright, we'll go back to my normal news and we'll go to the charts. This is one of my profiles. This is the high probability daily charts. You can see it written down the bottom here. Again, I'll just explain. There's each of the tabs there. I think there's about 28, 29 pairs there. I'm not sure. If the tab's in like this, then there's no trade on that pair. If the tab's extended like this one, then there's a trade. But we'll run through them all anyway. So USD Japanese yen, I did get a sell signal the other day up here. You can see the bearish divergence. The red trend lines represent divergence, bearish divergence. I didn't take it. The only reason I didn't take it, big support level across this blue trend line here. And it's holding for the moment. And that was why I was reluctant to take it. Just a lower, it would have been a higher risk trade. Might have got a few pips out of it, but until this sort of trend line was clearly broken, we're trading right into the EAs, the MAs also, so just not worth it. Euro pound, been a tough pair to trade. Look at that sideways action. I'll probably say that every video. At the moment, looks like there's bearish divergence setting up. I draw the trend lines in, expecting possibly it to happen. If we get a red dot on the MACD here and a red dot on the QMP filter up here, it might be worth a shot trading this down back towards this trend line along the bottom here, like a channel type sort of trade. But until we get some confirmation, that's no trade. Pound yen in a sell trade. Yeah, I've moved my, hang on a sec. It would have been there. That's it. I've just moved that out of the way to see where I place a stop. So sell trade in this area here, gone down a few pips. This morning actually closed half my trade, and I mentioned why. There's about 160 pips on the table there, so I want to just take some profit and bring my stop down just above the entry level. The reason it's not a strong downward trend. If this high here, and we had this low here, instead of being like a double bottom or a base there, if it had gone down lower, then we had another high that wasn't as high as this previous one and continued over, then that'd be a good downtrend. But the way this is, we've got a higher high here than the previous one, so to me it's not a strong downtrend. It could keep on going down, but I'm just taking a bit of profit and reducing my risk. That's a sell there. And with these videos, you can always just pause them or slow them down and just read my notes on the charts. New Zealand Swiss franc, nothing happening here. Got a good base. I've left that, even though it broke through, came up, now it's retesting that base again. You can see it goes back a fair way, I think. Yeah, look at that. It's a good base. But at the moment, no trade on, just watching. Possible divergence forming there, bearish divergence, but I'm not totally convinced. I'd like to see price come up into the MAs before rolling over and taking the sell. USD Canadian dollar. Not much happening here either. Look, it's in an uptrend at the moment. You could, like a buy sort of signal at the moment. I didn't take it. It just, I think I did take it actually. I did take that buy and I was stopped out. If this previous high is not broken, then to me this price is rolling over to the downside. Like I've been talking about lately, US dollar is a lot of uncertainty with the US dollar. Euro CAD, this is a sideways beast. In a sell here, that first one was a first sell, I was stopped out. This is a re-entry. So now look at it, it's going nowhere. I've even had a blue dot on the MACD, it was above the zero level. Now I've got a green dot on the QMP filter above the zero level, but we've still got JAGfx RD, bearish JAGfx RD, and market going sideways. Look at that, it's ugly as. I've got a stop in place for this sell trade, so I've got some protection. I could bring the stop down across these highs there, but I'm just going to give it a bit of room. I think it'll still fall over to the downside, but not looking that good at the moment. Aussie USD in a sell here. In here, already closed out half. It just sideways again. It's been going sideways for a while. Closed out half. Got a tight stop in place. That red dotted line. And look at JAGfx, bullish JAGfx RD. You could probably even make an argument that's forming a base along there, which I would say it is. So that's price is forming a base, possibly a support level or a double bottom. It could bounce up there. So we just keep an eye on it, but we're in a sell at the moment and protected. Euro Swiss franc in a sell. This morning I closed half again. Same reason, markets are going nowhere. Not convinced that it's in a strong downward trend. This high here is higher than this high. So I closed half, jammed my stop right up underneath the point of entry, so I can't lose anything here. Even though the MACD is still a little bit above the zero level, I'm not totally convinced in these trades. But we're in a sell that can't lose. New Zealand Japanese yen, another sell trade. Price came up nicely, so this is not bad. See, we've got a high here, but then it's dropped down. We've got a lower low from there, come up, and we've got it rolled over again. So this high here is lower than that high. MAs are down and sort of spreading. They're a bit sort of flattening out a bit, but that's a better sell signal. MACD is still above the zero level. Hopefully this will head down. It may not, but that's the theory behind that pattern. USD Swiss franc, not in the trade at this in the moment. Again, it's jammed up on the MAs here. I talked about this in my last week's video. Good, strong resistance level to the upside there. So just got to wait and see what happens here. Yeah, look at the price. The MACD's hugging that zero sort of level around there. So nothing to get excited about in the USD Swiss franc. Pound USD, similar sort of thing. Look at the MACD platinum just above the zero level, but not really doing much. Or JAGfx RD's changed from bullish to bearish to bullish very quickly. It's the USD. It's just not sure where it's going, and this is reflected. Same deal on the Euro USD. This base is still holding. I've got a sell here. Straight away, we've got the JAGfx RD bullish. I didn't take it. I didn't close out or anything. There wasn't enough room there to do it. The MACD is still above the zero level and still in red dot mode. Very ugly though. USD, still the USD. Euro Aussie, sideways again in a sell here. Didn't really go anywhere. MACD is still above the zero level, just even though we've got a blue dot here. We've still got JAGfx bearish RD. We came up close to the stop. That stops the red dotted line, but it's holding still. Another sideways ugly pair. Tough trading on the daily charts on some pairs at the moment. Euro yen in the sell here. Similar to the pound yen, where we've got a higher high, and so the downtrend's not that convincing. However, I've got no JAGfx RD, bullish JAGfx RD yet, and we're just grinding down slowly. MACD's turning down nicely. So we'll just stay in this sell for now. Got a stop in place. Continuing on, pound Swiss franc in a sell back here. I've already closed out half. Stops now inside the point of entry. We've got we had the support level here. Price came down to it, went through it, just pulled up, banged up against it, bounced down. Now banging up against it. We've got JAGfx RD bullish, and the MACD Platinum, part of it, the blue dotted part's already through the zero level and it's turning, and the main signal line, I guess you can call it, is very close to zero level. So if we get a, say, a blue dot on this, I may bring down my stop a little bit lower, but it's a no lose trade. Just not looking that flash. You know, look at this. Bearish candle, bullish candle, bearish candle. Now today we're on a bullish candle. Just can't make up its mind. CAD yen in a sell. Going nowhere at the moment, but grinding down slowly, which is good. Stop in place. You can see price come up, sort of bounce up to 240 and heading down. You can see the 240 is a resistance level there also. So sometimes it gets to it and just sort of bounces off it. There's good hidden bearish divergence. You can see why I took the sell. AusCAD in a buy, similar to Euro CAD. There's the buy level here, hasn't gone anywhere, just going sideways, absolutely sideways. MACD still below the zero level, even though I've got a red dot. Stop in place. We took it on hidden bullish divergence, the buy trade. Just ugly, ugly, ugly. Aussie, Swiss franc in a sell here. This morning I closed half at the JAGfx bullish signal there. I didn't look at the MACD is not a long way above the zero level, so basically I'm just protecting myself. Stop in place, so I can't lose anything on this, but it's just like everything else, not sure where it's going. Not exactly heading down, not exactly heading up. It's not a big mover anyway, this one. You look back at the chart, there's a few sort of decent moves, but generally it's can be a bit of a sideways, sort of ugly sort of pair to trade anyway. So we took a few pips there. Aussie yen in a sell here. Seems to be a common theme on these. That was on hidden bearish divergence. You can see the trend lines through there and there. Got a big support level down here, so hopefully we're just trying to grind down to that at the moment. Nothing getting too excited. At least we're profitable. Stop and play, so all good. Swiss yen. This is one trade I could have taken another sell trade the other day. You can see the bearish divergence there. Price is going higher. MACD is going lower. Hidden bearish divergence. Again, similar to the USD Japanese yen, got this trend line across here, and that's why I probably didn't take it. You know, like it come up, went through the 240, came down, probably could have taken a sell there, got a few pips. It just didn't get me too excited. The MACD is not that far above the zero level, but it's a valid sell signal that, and it's one I did say I should have probably taken. Might have got a few pips. When I got down this trend line here, probably could have closed out half, but we're not in it. Euro New Zealand starting to consolidate up here and a buy way back here somewhere. Stops trailing up here below these lows. MACD's heading down, price is going sideways. You could probably do some flag or pennant thing there, I don't know what you call them. But that's definitely going sideways. But we're in a good buy there, so that's all right. CAD Swiss in a sell, closed half yesterday by looks. Again, JAGfx bullish, going nowhere, ugly trade, sideways. It's repetitive, I know, but that's just what the market's giving us at the moment. But you've just got to be ready for when the moves do happen. So we close half, stops down just above the point of entry, so I probably can't lose anything on that sell trade. New Zealand USD. Took the buy here, and 2 weeks I've watched it going sideways. Stop in place, still below the low here. It's taking on regular bullish divergence. You can see all the notes there. And it's just below the point of entry. I wish I'd just get a wiggle on, get up to these MAs, and I can look at closing out half and moving the stop, etc. But going nowhere. Pound Aussie, took a sell back here. closed half back on the 19th. And today I think I would have been stopped out just by looking at that, because this morning I moved my stop down just below the point of entry based on the new MACD platinum blue dot, and looking at that price, that spike up, I'm thinking I've been stopped out on my remaining sells, so that would have been a small overall profit on that trade. I'll check that later, and that'll be in the updates tomorrow. USD, Singapore dollar, in a sell here, went against me, blue dot, green dot on, and bullish JAGfx RD. I didn't take the buy because to me price didn't come back towards the MAs anywhere near far enough, and it wasn't a decent pullback. Price has gone up. You could probably now make an argument possibly for a double top here if it holds on this side, and I'm still in the sell. I've got a stop in place just above there, which is good, and the USD again going sideways, indecision. So this one, it's more of a hope and a prayer, I guess you could say, but unless this high is taken out here, I'm happy to stay in that sell for now. Pound CAD, nothing doing at the moment, possibly setting up. I've drawn a grey vertical line here with a blue dot in the MACD platinum this morning. There could be a case for hidden bullish divergence. Prices are higher, MACD's lower. It's a bit ugly to see. It looks a bit awkward on this there, but remember your blue dots are your low, and that sort of matches up with that low in there. So that's that area there. I know it doesn't look obvious. You'd think it would be down here somewhere, but that's the actual low in there. Possible setup forming. Break this trend line, the upside might take it. MA's very tight though. Just a couple more. Pound New Zealand in a sell back here. Already closed half. Stops now just inside the entry point. Last few days got this sort of, it's getting tighter and tighter, and price candles are getting smaller. MACD's well and truly through the zero level. It's at the 240 LMA. We've got bullish JAGfx RD, so what I'd expect is everything to turn up and go to the upside, maybe. But we're in a sell, we're protected, can't lose. New Zealand CAD, another one of these ones that are going sideways, in a buy here. It's gone against me a little bit, but these candles last few days just ugly as. Stop in place, just waiting patiently. MACD's close to zero level. Aussie New Zealand, another one's been dragging out. In a sell here, went against me, stops up here, so didn't breach the previous highs. You could make a case now for a triple top, possibly 1, 2, 3, or at least a good resistance level. And I've drawn a trend line. We've broken down through that trend line again, and again we've stalled. We're just in positive territory right on the entry point by looks. MACD's at the zero level, not looking pretty, but still. All right, let's switch over to the the mod MACD daily charts. So we'll have a look at them. I know I sound a bit repetitive in this video, but that's what the market's doing at the moment. Summer holidays in the Northern Hemisphere. Apparently it's quiet, and it is July, August. I'm not sure. Never lived around London or New York. I'm not sure what the bankers they all do, or where they take their holidays or go to the Hamptons. What do they do? All right, this is the USD Japanese yen. We're in a buy back here. I've already closed half already on the 12th of July. Price is coming down. My stop's in place just below the point of entry, and you can see it's heading down. We're getting close to another cross on the fast MACD. Standard MACD's already down, so it's just a matter of waiting now. If I get a confirmed cross here, I'll just close out this trade before it gets to the stop. If not, the stop will protect me, and I shouldn't lose anything on that buy. Pound yen in a sell just from a couple of days ago, Friday, heading down. Not exactly setting the world on fire at the moment, so it's profitable. USD Canadian dollar in nothing at the moment. Didn't take the buy. Standard MACD wasn't playing the game. Then when I looked at it, when price did go above the 25 SMA, it dropped quickly before I got a chance. I could possibly take this buy trade any time. It does qualify now as a buy. I probably should have taken it up here somewhere, but not to be, so I'll just watch it for now. Euro CAD, look at this, ugly candles, look at them, poking, going sideways. And you can see on the fast MACD, look at the standard MACD. I'm in a buy here, but going nowhere. Nothing to get excited about. Aussie USD, in a sell here, bearish, bullish, bearish candle. I had the 4 dots. I went through this in the last video or another video. Just doesn't happen that often. So while stat stays below the 0 level, I'll stay in the sell, but not getting too excited. Euro Swiss franc in a buy here, already closed half when it probably hit the 240 LMA. Price is coming down. Possibly tomorrow, if it holds like it is, I'll be closing out this buy and looking at a possible sell trade depending on if the criteria is met. There's the stop, the black dotted line is a stop. So I probably can't lose anything on this buy trade. It'd be nice to close out in a profit though. New Zealand yen, nothing in at the moment. I didn't take the buy trade there. Looks like possibly tomorrow setting up for a sell trade depending on what everything else is looking with regards to where it closes and what the standard MACD is doing. But we're very close to a cross on the 0 level in the fast MACD. USD Swiss franc in a sell here from this morning. It's already gone against me, but I've got a bit of a late entry there, which is not too bad, so it's only a few pips up. Now look at this, it's going sideways. Look at the standard MACD, look at that price just hogging that 25 SMA. Not pretty. Pound in a sell, same deal, didn't really go anywhere. Now up near my entry level. Standard MACD is ugly, everything. Euro USD in nothing at the moment. Indecision here. Standard MACD is flat. Just waiting for clear signals. Euro AD. Let's have a look. In a buy back here, gone up, probably definitely closed half somewhere in there. Got a stop here. It came down very close to it, didn't touch it. Now its price has gone back up again. The fast MACD come very close to crossing 0 level, didn't cross. Now sort of heading up. I get the impression it's just going to roll over to the downside. Standard MACD is flat, but we're in a good trade there, so it's not too bad. Euro yen bought in here somewhere, went against me initially, went up to the 240 LMA, would have closed half. Now rolling back down, very close to crossing the fast MACD. Standard MACD is heading down, and my stops above the 0 level, above the point of entry and just below the 25 SMA. So I can't lose on that one. Pound Swiss franc in a sell here, it's gone down. Look at these cut candles, black, white, black, white. And at the moment, just a few pips below my point of entry. Not getting too excited. CAD yen took a buy here, went up to 240, probably closed out half around there somewhere on the 13th of July. Prices come down. I've got my stop down here. Tomorrow, possibly cross on the fast MACD, where I'll close out this buy and look at taking a sell if the criteria is met. But can't lose on that trade, which is a good thing, I guess. Aussie CAD in a sell back here, closed half, stop above the 240 LMA at the moment. Just meandering. Price, the fast MACD nearly went through the 0 level and just hugging. Geez, I'm having problems with that word. The 0 level at the moment. Look at the standard MACD. Sound like a broken record. Aussie Swiss took a sell this morning. Late entry again, which is probably good for me. Not overly excited about it, but it's a valid signal, so taking. Just have to wait to see how it pans out. Aussie Japanese yen, possible sell setting up tomorrow. Nothing at the moment. MACD, standard MACD is heading down. Fast MACD is definitely through the 0 level and looks like it'll be confirmed tomorrow. Price has bounced up off the 240 LMA nicely. Looks like it may close but below the 25 SMA. We've got a red dot there. Possible sell trade coming up on that tomorrow. Swiss yen in a buyback here, going up here, taking half off the table. Move my stop up and it's dropping away. And it's at my entry level now. I think if it takes out my stop, it'll be an overall break-even sort of trade. Euro New Zealand in a buyback here, already closed half, probably when I got to these previous highs, I'd say. And as we know, it's going sideways. My stop is now up here, so we're locking in a bit of profit as the fast MACD heads down, possibly towards the zero level, but at the moment it's looking all right. It's a good buy trade. CAD Swiss franc, another the third sell trade I took this morning. A little bit late on entry, which is good, and again going nowhere. New Zealand USD took a sell back here, already closed out half. Price has gone back up, back down. Yeah, it hasn't. This low here hasn't taken out the previous low, so there is some support at that level. And now it's just meandering. My stop's inside the point of entry, so I can't lose anything on this trade. But oops, nothing to get excited about. Pound Aussie in a sell here from last week, went down just spiked down. I was going to say I could probably got 100 and something pips out of that, but it wasn't really an opportunity. And this thing does move quick, like a long way, so that's nothing on this pair. We're just below my point of entry at the moment. MAs are tight. Again, nothing to get excited about. Pound CAD in a sell back here, and it's meandering also. It's about 90 pips profit at the moment. Nothing to get excited about on this pair. And it's still in sell mode, so we just have to wait. Patience. Pound New Zealand took a sell here, gone against me. Still, this is a big move of this pair also, lots of pips. So that's really not much of a move against me so far. Just wait and see how it pans out. New Zealand CAD in a sell back here. It's gone down. I've closed out half. Now price is just meandering, as we know. Fast MACD is getting close to the zero level, but not crossed. Look at the standard MACD, same thing. Aussie New Zealand. That's my last pair. In a buy back here. Already closed out half and sideways action. Stop in place just below the 240 MA and just above the point of entry. Looks like we may get across to the downside tomorrow anyway. So there is a chance I may be in sell mode tomorrow and closing out the buy, but I can't lose on this trade either. So that's about it, guys. It's really not the most exciting video you probably watched today. There's not much happening on these daily charts at all. That's probably why I've dropped down to some 2-hour charts this week, just a bit of a play on the high probability method, just to look for a bit of action, I guess. But it's the summer doldrums, and that's the way it is. Thanks for watching the video. I know it's probably a bit long and boring, and if you do like these videos, if you could subscribe, that'd be appreciated, or even just like the video, it'd be great. Feel free to share it, and welcome to all new members, whether that be the Facebook group, Telegram group, or just subscribe to my YouTube channel. It's all appreciated, and if anyone wants to discuss anything further, you know where to find me. Cheers for that. Thank you.